Hello, Propolo here again. Let's continue discussion of a global context topic. So last time we've done with globalization. Okay, now let's continue the discussion further of global context. No? We will going to angle into topic uh, like types of globalization and global economic concept. So let's talk about types of globalization. What are the types of globalization? We have globalization can be categorized into economic, political, social, technological types. No? Each with far-reaching consequences, employment, culture, mobility, and equality in conflict. Industry is very much particular with globalization because uh, this is one of the strategy for them to leverage. And globalization have been adopted by many countries due to influence of the United States, no? And other Western free world countries. Globalization opens new job market and fosters the development of new skills, sets due to cross-border trade, outsourcing, and technological transfer. Because as one country imbues their product to another country, it will create a opportunity and then some new development. Example, the growth of India's IT sector and BPO business process operations industry due to outsourcing from Western companies. So because India low we call it in terms of salary, no, compared with the US, no. So application developing nations benefit from job creation and exposure to high demand digital skills. So that's one. Another thing, cross-cultural integration, we call it social globalization. Cultures converge as people, ideas, media, and values cross borders. Huh? Values cross borders. Yeah, because they infuse each other's practices. No? They expand their cultures, no? In another country. For example, UAE. So you can see a lot of cultures here. No? Ideas how to, in terms of hospitality, food, and other social services. No? And entertainment. No? Example, popularity of K-pop, Hollywood, McDonald's, or Netflix series like Money Heist is transcending local boundaries. No? This is social. Encourage, yes, multiculturalism and tolerance, but may lead to cultural homogenization. The third part, social and economic mobility, economic and social globalization. So by definition, increase access to global markets, education, and digital platforms allows upward movement across income and class ideas. No? So this is the uh, you can say resource, no? Or mga concern. No? Example, use of platform like Coursera or Udemy offering global learning opportunities to low-income learners. So the knowledge now become internet is a playing field, no? Leveling field for the other less fortunate country, no? With the same quality. Yeah? Okay. So application, global education, and employment opportunities contribute to reducing poverty and enabling career mobility. So the demand of talent in the free world country is surging. So that's the uh, talent moving across the board. Another is the rich dominate the poor. We call it economic globalization. The definition: globalization often benefits large multinational corporations and wealthy nations more than developing economies. No? So benefits large multinational corporation because uh, they can leverage their product, no, to wider a market, which is the the whole world. No? Example, tax avoidance by technological giants using loopholes in global finance. Exploitation of the cheap labor in Bangladesh garment industry. Yeah, so cheap labor. Applications widening global income gaps with dependency on foreign capital. National business sees trading, economic globalization. By definition, domestic firms often can compete with global brands due to pricing, scale, or marketing power. Example, small bookstores losing business to Amazon. Yeah, not only all bookstores, no, close because of the Amazon's online. Or local food outlets closing in favor of global fast food chain like KFC or McDonald's. Globalization, no? So because of the quality and then preference of the taste, no? So because the superior product will emerge, no, in the whole world, no? In terms of quality, price, if it is food, the nutrients, no? Application can cause unemployment and loss of cultural identity in local markets. Na? That's the application. Okay, so ideological conflicts, political globalization. So global integration spreads values like liberal democracy, capitalism, or human rights, sometimes clashing with local ideologies or regimes. We have a so-called political globalization. So conflicts over Western democratic ideals versus authoritarian governments, no? The communist and democracy. No? Example, US-China tension over digital surveillance and freedom of speech. No? Application can lead to geopolitical friction. Yeah, it's really happening. And ended into a war. No? Censorship or cyber warfare in ideological battlegrounds. No? So this is our references. No? Okay, much for that. Okay, so let's move on to next topic, which is the global economic concept. Let's move on. So let's talk about economic interdependence. By definition, economic interdependence refers to the mutual reliance between countries or regions for goods, services, labor, capital, and technology. Yeah, because one country supply better, no? For example, in terms of vegetables, no? China, no? Cheap services, no? Uh, in terms of services, um, uh, medical sa Philippines, in terms of office, China, India, things like that. No? Example, China-US trade relationship. The US relies on China for manufacturing goods, while China relies on US as a major export market. No? Application promotes global trade efficiency and specialization. Can lead to vulnerability during geopolitical tensions or supply chain disruption. For example, during the COVID, no? Or Ukraine conflict. So we're talking about economic interdependence. Aggregate economic output definition. So aggregate output refers to the total value of goods and services produced in an economy, often measured as gross domestic product, GDP. Yeah, gross domestic product within the country. GNP, including the outside. No? So example, United States GDP, that is over 26 trillion, making this the largest global economy. 22. That's its report. No? India's rapid GDP growth is helping it become a global economic powerhouse. No? Because in terms of population. So application helps government and policymakers assess economic performance and create fiscal monetary policy. Another application used to compare economies globally and uh, track development. We call it aggregate. That means the sum combination. No? So global pestle analysis, political, economic, social, technological, environment, and legal. So pestle is a strategic framework that evaluates the pestle. No? So in terms of political, global example, US-China tariffs and trade wars, no? Economic, inflation, and interest rates hikes in G20 countries. Social, aging population in Japan and Europe, no? Yeah. Technological, AI and automation disrupting labor markets. Yeah, because many jobs have displaced because of the AI. Environmental, EU Green Deal and climate policies, no? Legal, GDPR regulation, data privacy in Europe, no? Applications used in multicultural corporations to enter foreign markets and anticipate risk, no? Is in global strategic planning and risk management. This is what we call vessel analysis. No? They apply this one and then they have an example. Economic alliances, no? So the countries, no? Agreement between countries to promote economic cooperation. We have the GCC in Middle East, no? We have a G20. Okay, and then those are the combination, okay, of the country. Reduce trade barriers and encourage investment. No? Example, European Union, political and economic union with a single market and currency for many members. No? So EU. So it is now 26 country. Okay, in terms of ASEAN, Southeast Asian nation, encourages trade and investment in Southeast Asia. NAFTA, USMCA facilitates trade between US, Canada, and Mexico. So application encourages regional integration and specialization. Another is strengthens negotiating power on the global stage and promotes stability. Stability in terms of economic and political. So this is our reference. No? So we have discussed two topics today. So if you have some question, please send me in my WhatsApp and then I will I'm going to respond to it. Okay. So thank you for having with me. So bye bye.